The Oneida County History Center was founded in 1876, the year of our centennial, and it was created to help bring the outside world into Oneida County on one hand, but also to preserve and promote everything that was great about Oneida County and the greater Mohawk Valley on the other. And since 1876, we have been true to that mission. We have continued to collect, preserve, interpret, put on public programs, develop exhibits, put out publications, and do the best job that we can to serve the public and make sure that they're aware of our area's history. We've been around for 143 years, and by and large, the materials that we have here, everything from our three-dimensional artifacts like the cannon that we have out in front of our building, to the tens of thousands of photographs and documents, have largely been donated to us over the years, and that still continues to this day. Generally, every week to 2 weeks, I'll field 3, 4, 5 donation offers, and not everything is accepted. We also have to consider when an item is offered, can we provide the appropriate space and the resources necessary to make sure that not only is it housed, but is it properly preserved for the long term. And unfortunately, I have had to turn down some items that were simply too large for us to accommodate. I always look for something that is unique. We have a community outreach coordinator, Rebecca McLean, who has done classroom visits and has worked with local schools to make sure that historical content from the local area is involved in their curriculum. Although we have a big building, we are a very small organization. I feel that we do the best job that we can do with the resources we have, and I look forward to growing in the future and possibly making those outside field trips more of a priority in the future. One of the misnomers that people often have about the Oneida County History Center is that either we are an arm of the Oneida County government or that we receive government funding. We have not received government funding from the city, from the county, from the state for operating purposes in over a decade. We are 100% privately funded. To sustain our organization, we rely upon the goodwill of the general public who see value in us and want to make that investment. We do an annual telethon every spring that brings in a substantial amount of our operating income. We also have a very active membership program, a fantastic bookstore that provides thousands of dollars of support for us over the year. What we try to do is to make sure that we are maximizing the income from our operations so that we don't have to rely on our endowed funds to the greatest extent possible. We strive to be 100% self-sustaining, and it's tough. The Oneida County History Center's telethon is taking place on WUTR on Thursday, March 21st. We're going to be broadcasting live from 6:30 p.m. until 8 p.m. This fundraiser has been going for 12 or 13 years now, and it's the opportunity for the general public to show their support for the Oneida County History Center by making a pledge, either coming in and serving as one of our major sponsors, giving $500, $1,000, $2,000 or more dollars, or renewing their memberships and possibly getting in the running for some special gifts that we have to give away during the broadcast. The telethon is also a way for us to broadcast our value. It's not just a fundraiser, but it's a way for us to broadcast our value and the services that we bring to the community. Utica was founded because it was a convenient place to cross the Mohawk River. It was shallow enough so that you could actually wade across. It was recognized that this area was strategically an important place, both militarily but also for economic considerations. It's no surprise that when the Erie Canal was created, that it ran right through what became downtown Utica, and it should be no surprise that the city grew by leaps and bounds following the opening of the canal. It was just 10 years after the opening of the canal that the first railroads started coming through here. This region, as I'd said earlier, was a crossroads of commerce. If you know what you're looking at downtown, you don't really have to look too long before you can start to see why, geographically, why this area was so important. When the canal came, that was just a huge boon to the area's commerce. It's no wonder why Utica became a major industrialized factory town. it's no surprise why our economy was based on that for well over 100 years. I think the challenge that we have today is looking at our past, the canal and the factories and the industry that was in this area, trying to get the lessons from that period. Our region needs to learn, how do we reinvent ourselves? How do we prepare ourselves for a better future? And the best guide that I can think of is to look back at our past. What worked? What didn't work? What can we take advantage of here to make this area attractive, unique, and to bring people here for the next generation?